tuned in to After Hours Gaming, and we are coming at you with another game from GamePass. This is a game called Astroneer. It has a Minecraft-esque exploration, gathering, and building element to it, except it's taking place in the dawn of space travel, in space discovery, the 25th century to be exact. We'll watch a little intro here. Alright. You can do a co-op as well, in addition to a single player. Just like Minecraft, it has a little shop. You can go through like different quick helps and then different tutorials and things like that. If you don't, I definitely recommend going through the tutorials. You can also do mouse and keyboard in addition to controller, so that's pretty cool. I definitely recommend doing the tutorial, as there is, if you do not do the tutorials, there's quite a barrier of entry, which we were able to discover last night when we played this game for the first time. And I'm actually glad we did with this one. So my reactions aren't going to be as genuine, but, you know, we didn't get super far into it. Well, we got pretty far. But I'm excited to show you guys this game. So just like Minecraft, each world is enter your starting shelter, which is a permanent base, provides a safe light, power, and oxygen. It gives you the basic controls always, so you never get confused. There is an action wheel where you can use items and things of the like, a compass, and you can access the Astropedia at all times to get yourself started. There's also some fun emotes here, which is like a little less like you can go to your mission log here. So unlike Minecraft, you can have little quests here, and you can go ahead and track them. That's just your log, though, so anytime you want to hand something in, you're going to want to go here. And then you'll be able to hand this in, and then we're going to get ourselves some stuff. So we just got a... So this is... The crafting system in this game is really cool. So it's 3D printers. So this is the small printer. So we're just going to go ahead and set it up here on the edge of our base. The controls for the camera, unfortunately, do leave a lot to be desired. If we're going to start, you know, we might as well just start getting the nitpicks out of the way now. That way we can just kind of sit here and enjoy the game. Everything has to have power. There's many different ways to power devices here, but right now it just goes through our base. So if you examine it, you can see you can print a bunch of different things, but you need to collect the components all around the map. This is, so when things get built like this is like a box that it comes in. So the oxygen originator, you hold it open. And now you can go and put this is an item that modifies your base. So there's that little red bracket right there. You can actually kind of see, if you lift this up and turn it and like look underneath, there's like little bracket spots. You can see what goes into each bracket. You're gonna find yourself pressing in on the right stick / whatever the camera controls are on PC for this game. I can actually tell you because luckily they do this to make it really helpful. You can look through these options. So you're holding down mouse to move the camera on keyboard, but you're gonna find yourself adjusting the camera a lot, unfortunately. So let's go check out our mission board. Alright, so we unpacked the oxygenator, installed the oxygenator, and connected the printer to a power shelter, which means we now get tethers, and we get some money. Money in this game is called bytes. And these are tethers, so this is an item you can pick up. They go into your backpack, and all you do is press down to use one and throw it into the ground here. And what this does is, because we're in space, it allows us to move ourselves, and then this blue line is going to show you where the tether reaches to, and then that's how you get different points of oxygen. We're just going to go check this out because it looks cool. Super quick like. Oh. There's a little blue meter you can see, you can kind of see it at the top of your little pack here. I zoomed in just so you can see it. There you go. That's how you can open up the Astropedia and some things. Here's an abandoned backpack. So this backpack has a small squeaker horn. Well, we gotta take that. We gotta take that. We need that. You know what? Let's put that right on our top spot here. Perfection. Oh, a power extender used to add length power cable segments will show power direction. Okay, so that's something we can use at our base. And a curious item! Ooh. Global stability at 99.65%. And lights up the sky, all pretty colors. Oh, and a floodlight. You can, so basically you can also modify your backpack here. So basically the floodlight you can turn on and off when you're going on your different adventures and things like that. Like when you're doing this game's version of mining. And I think these are more tethers we can grab here. This is some, oh no, it's just some debris. Okay, not bad. So if you press X in this game, we'll just throw in another tether here. If you press X in this game, what you can do, and oh look, we can explore that in just a minute. What we can do is you can pull out your little salvaging gun, and what this does is, if you press right trigger, it literally allows you to suck up these compounds. So it looks like we actually have a quest to gather some compound, so we're going to go ahead and gather compound. Compound is one of the various materials in the game. The rebuilding system is unfortunately not as intuitive as Minecraft. You see all these holes we're creating? So basically, you will eventually need to unlock the ability to fill the holes back in. So it looks like we also have a quest to collect some resin. And here, we've actually already run into one of the pitfalls of adventuring. Like Minecraft has its own dangers, but this game does too. We didn't throw down any tethers before coming down here, so we're already under half. We're already under half of our air amount that we have in our backpack, so we need to come back up here and get some air. So we reached a point where we can reach the final tether that we threw down. So we're just gonna make a little thing up here so we can actually climb. So there's our so we have a tether spot around here somewhere. So we're gonna go ahead and throw down another tether. And these tethers are really flexible. They will go anywhere you go. Our backpack is full. So we should probably head back to our camping spot. And the best part is anywhere you tether, it then becomes a walkway back to your camp. So we'll be able to get back to this see the camera, see what I mean about the camera? It's really sometimes it's difficult. And that is the kindest way to say it. So let's throw down another tether while we're over here. Put your gun away so you can do a little exploring. That's just some debris. Anything usable here. All debris. Oh, it's a small solar, so we actually can take this. But what we're gonna have to do is it's a power generation system, so what we're gonna have to do is we're actually gonna have to bring it with us because we don't have any room in our backpack. No, so you can pick it up with your right trigger on the Xbox. Luckily, I wouldn't do this normally, but luckily our base is super close. So you can see already how this game would definitely require a little bit of know-how before you get yourself into it. Do you see how that it has a red little snap thing on the bottom? You would add it to something that takes power, so if we add it here, the red little snap, if we put the solar thing on here, it'll be good because it'll add the power directly to our base, and as you can see, the base has a bunch of the base already has a bunch of different little power connectors, so it'll actually be really good when we have a lot of things to power, because all of the power that we've been generating thus far is going right into the base, and then the base thus feeds into all the things we need to power. Let's see if we completed any missions while we were out. Okay, so what we actually need to do first is let's take a look at our little 3D printer. And see, this is what we need. We need to be able to create some medium storage. So for the moment, what we can do, luckily there's resin right there that I see. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make a clear and direct path through of tethers here. Oh, we're actually out of tethers. So this is actually another cool thing in this game, but I need to get back to first our base. So what we'll do really quickly is, oh wait, I accidentally picked up one of our tethers, which was not what I wanted. Alright, so we go back to our base. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to drop some of this stuff. You can actually, if you even want to, if you're trying to find your base easier, you can throw this floodlight right on here. That way you'll always be able to see. So that's another good use. So now that we cleared some space, let's run over to this resin. And I'll show you guys some basic storage. Oh, wait, sorry. So here's a cool thing. So, just like Minecraft, there is a quick crafting option. So down here, your bag, you use your D-pad, you can switch to a bunch of different quick crafting options. There's a generator, there's some canisters, but right now we need tethers. So you just navigate down here, create some tethers. They automatically go into your backpack slot. Let's take this compound out so we don't accidentally make more tethers, and we can drop them. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's resin. We're gonna need something harder. We're gonna need an upgrade to our gun to get this. No, wait, just kidding. This is something else. This is something else. I don't know what this is. Some sort of mineral. Anyway, you want to get your macaroni and cheese together. These things right here are good to pick up. They are. You can use these when you eventually get your little research thing. So for the moment, you can just pick it up. Oh wait, what is this? Oh, it's a research sample. Okay, so you can press Y on research samples that are not like this to just immediately put them in for money. So there's another cool little thing over there. Why don't we just see if we can... I don't know if we can actually make it because... we don't have, like, a ton of tethers. We do have compound, though, and there's compound all over the place, so we could potentially make some. You know what? I think we're gonna have to. So we got some more debris, which you can't do anything with yet. Some debris. Solid fuel jump jet. Ooh. So when you're holding something like that, if you press Y, you can actually just put it right in your backpack. Oops, I think I'm accidentally making more tethers. I sure am. And that's exactly what I was talking about with the tethers. Ooh, we've got some zinc. This would also be a, you see these red notches? This is obviously another crash landing, but this would also be a really good place to, if you were so inclined, to start up another little base. We'll just do this real quick. Whoops, did that a little short. We get some ammonium here. We should probably stop collecting, only because we're going to collect so much that we fill our bag, and we really can't afford to do that right now. Ooh, look, another little thing. We're going to have to come back for this. Because we got to go back to our own base. We got to do some stuff. And we got to get to the point of why I left in the first place, so that you guys can see the 3D printer in action. The very first thing I want to do is go ahead and make ourselves a medium platform A. So you can actually move your little things. Is medium platform A the one that I want? I don't think it is. So let's go ahead and make a medium storage. and it will 3D print the item you're trying to make here. As far as I know, you can actually go ahead and print. You can print as many of an object as you want. So you can theoretically have multiple printers. So the storage is pretty cool. So you just take up something you've already picked up, you throw it down in here, and that's essentially just your storage unit. So the cool thing about this is, if you're a Minecraft fan already, you'll know what I'm talking about. But you can do something similar. So these storage units automatically do something similar that the Minecraft hopper does, in that if you attach the storage unit to a device that needs some sort of power source, some sort of like resource, this is good because you can actually and this is another thing people need to understand, is like there's storage all over this backpack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. There's like 15 spaces on this backpack that things get stored in. So this is another thing to keep in mind, because it's not just, what's directly on your backpack. And I think that took, like, the first time we went through it, it definitely took us a little longer than we wanted to figure that out. So we'll save you guys the trouble if you run through the stream. I actually want to go ahead and make I really want to make a platform, but I don't know if it's big enough for me to really care about it. Let's see what our missions are doing. Okay. So we get a small canister and some bites. So what you can do with bites, actually, I'll show you that real quick. Okay, so we get a medium storage, 2 medium platforms, and an oxygenator. We get the schematic for the oxygenator, so let's go and see these. So this is cool. So this canister is just an item we pick up. We'll add that. Medium storage, we'll open that up. You will need tons of storage. The storage, unfortunately, in this game is not as plentiful as in other crafting building games. You can definitely make more. You can make different sizes. That is definitely an option, but that is definitely an option to do it that way. But I think we're out of little notches here, so I might just have to store this for now, and when we got ourselves a medium platform. So platforms are really dope. So what platforms can do is they can hold different things on top of them, and they can add additional power. So that they don't add additional power, but what they can do is they hold things on top of them, and like there's machines in this game that don't have their own power source already, so you can actually just take your base's power that you've been working on since the beginning of the game, and you can put it onto the platform, and the platform in turn will power whatever's on it. So this wasn't already connected straight to it. this only takes one spot on a platform. So you could have two of these, or you could have two of these in a battery, or something like that. Or you can just go independent. You could have your small printer with like a solar element, and you could just put that to the side and not waste any power on powering your small printer. The downside being that you would have to then only print with your small printer during the day. What else did we get? We got another medium platform, so let's go ahead and open her up. The game definitely guides you in the adventure mode for sure, so you're going to need all these platforms eventually. So the game is definitely giving you them in advance because it knows that you're going to need them. It's also helpful because you can set up your base kind of how you want it now instead of wasting time on that. Let's see what else the game wants from us. The game gods. So we need to print a large platform B. Large platform B. Nope. We need to print a medium printer. And then see, it says put medium printer into platform. So a medium printer needs a platform to get power. Fill a small canister with soil. We got a soil. This is another thing. Don't know where a gateway chamber is. So we're probably not going to be able to find that. Fill a small canister with soil. So if you remember from the previous quest, we got a canister. It's somewhere. It's right here. So as you use your little vacuum tool, you'll actually be able to I'm gonna set this down here. You'll actually just be able to gather dirt with your vacuum. So you can see it down there, it's glowing yellow on your backpack, and as we go through with our vacuum, we are collecting the materials, but we're also just filling our thing with generic soil. So we filled our thing with soil, and we're actually not going to need this soil for a long, long time. So we're just going to get ahead of the game. We're going to throw it in our storage, because why not? And since we already have our little organic storage rack, we're going to go ahead and fill it up with organics. We also don't need this zinc. We don't need this power extender as of yet. We might be drowning it at our own base right now. We sure are. Not drowning, the other one, suffocating. We don't need this curious item. Actually will keep the resin on us though, because why did it load the resin in the gun? A lot of things take resin, is what I was trying to say. So it's definitely good to keep a little bit on at a time. So we did landfilling. Landfilling gives us just some straight bytes, which is good. So we need to go ahead and print a medium printer. We already have a platform, so that is actually just kind of like already done for us. So we just need that medium printer boy. Oh wait, we need some compound, which we only have one of, so let's go compound hunting. And if you remember, we actually tethered ourselves to a little stash of compound over here, so we don't have to go too far. And I'm pretty sure we got enough just from right there, but let's grab a little more of this so we can get a stack of resin. There we go. Put our gun away. It makes you run faster. It does not make you run faster. So we can go ahead and we can go ahead and go to our small printer and get our medium printer blade. The thing I like about this crafting better than Minecraft is that there's a confirmation sequence. So they're like, are you sure? Do you really want to craft this? And then you craft it and it's done. So so you wanna if you wanted to print out the brown pieces, is like the way it'll print. If you zoom in a little bit, there's also little tiny red arrows. So we finished that mission, and we get a large platform B, and we get the somatic for the large platform B. There's one other thing I'll show you guys before we take off here. See, I wasn't just blowing smoke when I said you can design your base the way you want it, as it gives you things. Gosh, it's making me move so slow. Because now we'll just slot this big platform right in the middle. There we go. That looks like trash. Right in the middle of our two other platforms. And we have a little power connector there. And it's gonna be tricky to connect it, but it's so worth it when your platforms look super dope like this. And they're just like lined up in the way that you want them to. The only other thing I wanted to talk about is when you go to your select menu, this is where you spend your bytes, and you can unlock different schematics. Anything that's gray here, so packages of items to easy carrying and transport, creates terrain that aligns in the voxel grid. So there's a bunch of different things you can unlock with your bytes, and then you get bytes by going out and collecting research samples, and then you break them down in your little research thing that you build later on. Basically, for the first 30 to 35 minutes to an hour, you just want to follow your missions, and as long as you're following your missions, when it says unlock, you want to go to that select screen and unlock the blueprint first. As long as you're following these missions, you'll actually just slowly build things and then get to the point where you're independent. I hope you've enjoyed this brief look into Astroneer, and I hope you give it a shot, and I hope you see how cool it is as an adventure crafting game. We will see you guys a little later. Brian and I are going to play some Escape Academy, which is another Xbox Gamecast game. But until then, bye!